G'day folks, and welcome to the next episode of It's Always Beeroclock. I'm Mark.
And I'm Simon. And behind the camera we have sidekick Dave.
Well, Simon and Dave, today we're at the White Bay Beer Co. in Rozelle in Sydney's inner west.
Yeah, and I believe that they're well known for their lager.
Yes, I believe so, Simon. And did you know that in the German language, lager means storage facility?
Warehouse?
Their house, their brewery. Let's go in.
In 2019 and early 2020, the White Bay Brewery was constructed within an old steelworks in the shadow of the long-defunct White Bay Power Station. White Bay Lager was awarded Champion Australian Lager at the 2022 Independent Beer Awards.
Okay, we're here with Liam at White Bay Beer Company. G'day, Liam.
G'day mate, how you going?
Good, thanks. Nice to be here. It's a huge facility. It's really quite substantial in size. I take it there's probably room for some potential expansion here.
Yeah, I mean, we're always looking at new things to do. So, so the venue is quite a large space, where we still have a bit more space production-wise and what literage that we can do. But in the venue, the ground floor is pretty full, but we do have an upstairs section that we're looking at the options of potentially opening up later next year or further down the track if that's something that we're keen to do. But we're looking at options at this stage.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe I should go back to the beginning. Can you tell us a little bit about the history of the brewery and its creation?
Yeah, I guess White Bay is on the younger side of the Sydney craft beer scene. So the brewery opened and started producing late end of 2019. So initially it was just brewing beer, the venue wasn't open at that stage. And then it was a bit awkward around lockdowns, but I think like 2021 the venue was open. So there was a bit of a period before that where we were just doing some takeaways out the roller door outside during lockdown. But yeah, I think 2021 was officially when the venue was up and running as well.
That must have been a very challenging time to have opened a brewery right at the commencement of lockdown.
Yeah, like we're still, even though we're quite a large facility and the only brewery in the Balmain Peninsula, we still have a lot of locals who are like, oh, I didn't know you guys were here. So it's like, it was a bit of like a sputtered start, so a bit of a stop-start. So I feel like we're now like really getting into our stride, but it was a bit of an awkward timing that was outside of our control.
Okay, and who was the brewery started by?
So the brewery is, the two directors of the brewery is a gentleman called Tim Condon, who's well known on the peninsula and has owned quite a few pubs in Balmain, and currently owns the Welcome Hotel up in Rozelle, just up the road.
I know that well.
Yes, and then another gentleman by Adam Tripp Smith, who had at one stage was running Vale Brewery in McLaren Vale.
Oh, yeah.
His other, apart from being involved in the brewery here, he also is I believe the managing director. I can't remember his actual title. The guy who founded Convoy as well. So the keg leasing business. So yeah, so the Adam and Tim are the two directors of the brewery, but then there is like a small investment team around that as well. And then we've got a staff. I think we're about 15 now across the brewery. So on the smaller side, but pretty healthy at the same time. Okay, well, yeah,
as I said before, it's a really lovely space. Maybe you could take us through the range of core beers.
Yeah, sure. So the brewery started initially with just two beers, which was lager, which was called the Union Lager at the time, and the Sunny, which is our hazy pale ale. And that sort of expanded along the time. There's the Crusher, which is our hazy mid-strength.
Yep.
And the Gantry Crane, which is what I'm having now, which is our Czech-style Pilsner as well. So at the moment, that's our four. But like like everything else in the industry, things are changing. We're looking and seeing if other products might come into that mix. But yeah.
And of those beers, is there one that's a particular bestseller?
It changes a little bit versus here in the venue and wholesale out in trade.
Right.
I mean, lager and Sunny have always been our flagship beers, but in saying that, so the Gantry Crane is definitely up there as well. I think in the beer scene, there's a bit of a movement back to some classic lagers and pilsners, and the beer nerds, and I'm one of them, definitely think that those Czech style pilsners are very, very popular. So that's shown as well. But it changes all the time. But like, I think if I looked at my tasting room sales, the lager, Gantry Crane and Sunny would be our top. But in saying that, like 2 weeks ago, we had our Oktoberfest here, and we have 4 beers on tap for Oktoberfest, and they're my top 4 sellers for the month. So yeah, so limiteds do sort of come and go, but across the line, the lager and the Sunny and the Gantry Crane would probably be our most popular.
Right. And if folks, they can obviously get the beers here in the brewery.
Yes.
Both on tap and package. Where else can people buy the beer?
Yeah, sure. So beers are available for wholesale in independent bottle shops and bars all across Sydney. We have, like into the majors as well for bottle shops. We have some distribution to the state into Victoria and stuff like that as well. But the brewery sort of started on a focus of the Balmain Peninsula and then Greater Sydney and sort of going out from there. So that's where you're going to see the beers the most. But in saying that, you can always order online through our website all across the country. But then, yeah, lots of great independent bars and bottle shops across the country as well.
Okay, great. And what are the plans for the next 12 or 18 months?
Yeah, so it's a very key, I think, point in the industry at the moment. So there's been a lot of changes and a lot of things happening. So we're in a state of growth at the moment. So we're looking to like sort of reinvest back into like what our core range is and sort of what our feature products are. Some small investment back into the venue itself. But I think for us, our key plans over the next couple of years is, besides some tweaks here in the venue, is sort of like growing our market share out in Australia. Yeah.
Okay. So Liam, I neglected to mention when I was asking you about the core range, and you also mentioned the Oktoberfest beers. What's the wackiest beer that's been made here at White Bay?
I mean, we're not like, I wouldn't say the wackiest and out there of beers, of breweries, but our brewers like to have a lot of fun. One that really comes to mind for me is like every winter we do our Dolce Noir, which is our big imperial stout. So it's, I think this year was like 9.3% imperial stout. So it's a big one, but it's on the sweeter side as well with hazelnut, coconut and vanilla. So kind of like the idea is like kind of like a Ferrero Rocher.
Yep.
So that's definitely one that's up there. We've had some pretty big IPA and hazy styles. So I think one of our most popular ones is called the Kenoth, which is coming back next month. It's like a big hazy style. So that one's quite popular as well. But yeah, and saying that, we're sort of part of our plans for the future is having a bit more of like experimental stuff that we're going to have just on tap here at the brewery.
Yeah.
So I think we'll see the brewers get to flex their muscles a little bit more with those ones. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure talking with you, Liam. Thanks for having us.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.
Thank you.
All right, we're here at White Bay Beer Company with Elton and Paul.
Yep.
Guys, you've been here before?
Yeah, I mean I think we come every week. It's on our doorstep. So we lived just down in Birch Grove. So we've been supporting this place since it opened. Yeah, we like the vibe. It's a great brewery. Really good clientele. Obviously great beers. So yeah, we come down a lot.
Okay. We're here with Jonathan and Jeremy at White Bay. Guys, have you been to this brewery before?
Definitely. Yeah, I have. This is my first time. I've had the beer before, but first time here.
Okay, and what beer are you trying?
It's the Crusher.
Oh, the Crusher. That's the mid-strength pale ale, hazy.
I drove here, so yeah, that was the choice.
Yeah, and what do you think of it?
It's great. Yeah, really tropical hop sort of flavour to it. It doesn't taste like a mid-strength.
No. Okay. And Jonathan, how about you?
Exactly the same. I love my hazies, and yeah, this is delicious. I love them here.
Okay, and you've been here before?
I have, yeah.
So you've tried other beers in the range?
Look, I have. I sort of come once every 6 months or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I do like it here. In winter, I've really enjoyed their really, what's that, dark ale. They do a really good coffee dark ale one, which I really enjoyed. It was very, very smooth, very strong.
Yeah.
Send you over easily.
Yeah. All right, thanks for speaking with us.
That's all right.
All right, cheers, guys.
Cheers,
Thanks.
easy.
All right, we're here with Sam and Dick. Guys, have you been to the White Bay Brewery before?
No, I live quite close and I've seen the signs to it, and it's only because my friend Sam here knows about it that I came here today, and it's just magnificent.
Okay, but Sam, have you been here before?
I was here 4 years ago.
Right.
And
must have been when it first opened up.
it was first open. Now that they've opened up and they've got all this painted up, it's fantastic.
Okay, and what beers are you trying today, guys?
Well, we're on the porters at the moment. We haven't had much of it, you can see. So I can't give you too much of a comment on this. What did we have to start with?
I had the Sunny. I think that's their signature.
Yeah,
Sunny.
the Sunny Pale Ale.
Yeah.
And I had the XPA. The XPA was excellent. How was the Sunny?
Sunny was good. Very good.
Okay, and what's your first impression of the porter?
Well, you'll have to give us a second.
Oh, a live impression.
The porter's really good. It's it's for a dark beer. It's less heavy than I thought it was going to be, but the flavour's really strong, and it's not too sweet and it's not too fizzy. So I have a very positive response to the porter.
Okay, would you agree with that, Sam?
Yes, I agree. It's a fantastic porter. Very well rounded.
Okay.
Where's it from? Do you know? Is it brewed here or it's brought in?
No, it's brewed here.
Is it? Everything's
Brewed here. Yeah,
They're industrious people.
they are. They are.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, thanks for speaking with us, guys.
Thank you.
Fabulous.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye. You ready?
Having played some pool during which Sidekick Dave continually reinvented the rules, we decided to grab a takeaway draft beer in a unique canning process before heading homeward.
right, boys. We finished our visit here at White Bay.
Certainly have.
Dave, what did you think of the place?
I think the facility is fantastic. Great layout and heaps of room. It's great.
And beer-wise, what do you reckon?
Huge choice. I'll just go with my favourite, the Dark FOMO, which is a porter.
Okay.
Really good traditional porter.
All right. Anything come in for the silver medal?
The lager was pretty good. I know they got a medal for it. The lager was pretty good.
Yep. How about you, Simon?
Well, the lager is what they're known for, and I know why, because it was so good. So the lager, I quite like the Gantry Crane Pilsner, and the porter was pretty good too. What about you, Mark?
Well, I didn't try the porter, but the Gantry Crane Pilsner was great. I note that the label is very similar to Pilsner Urquell from the Czech Republic, in fact from the town of Pilsen. So it had something to live up to, and I actually think it hit the mark. Also, as you both remarked, the lager was very good.
Best lager.
Absolutely. All right, until next time, folks, remember, it's always Beeroclock.
Nailed it in one. Sorry. And we got Dave snorting porter.